Welcome back, Legends. So today, we're diving into something that a lot of Asphalt Legends players feel but hardly anyone talks about clearly. EVO tuning. On paper, EVO tuning looks like a fantastic feature. It promises more depth, customization, and precise control over how your car performs. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. When you actually look at how EVO tuning functions in real multiplayer gameplay, one serious question emerges. Is EVO tuning quietly favoring pay-to-play players? And not just slightly. We're talking about a system that can decide the outcome of races before you even hit the gas. Before we go deeper, quick shout out to all of you. If you love Asphalt Legends content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to keep bringing detailed breakdowns like this. How EVO tuning works. Let's break down the structure. EVO tuning is not available for every car. Only a select pool of cars can access EVO tuning. And even then, you must fully max the car first before you unlock EVO. That alone creates a huge barrier. Now, maxing a car in Asphalt Legends is no joke. It requires tons of blueprints, a massive pile of credits, hard-to-get import parts, or even countless hours of grinding. Realistically, players who reach EVO tuning the fastest are either heavy spenders or obsessive grinders. That's just how the game economy is designed. Not speculation, this is the reality. Once a car is EVO tuned, the bonuses aren't small. EVO tuning boosts acceleration efficiency, nitro efficiency, speed retention, overall handling stability. These are race-deciding advantages, especially in a game where milliseconds can make the difference between winning or losing. Basically, EVO tuning lets you improve a car's performance, turning a bad car into a decent one and a good car into a very strong one. I already made a video when EVO tuning was first released, where I explained in depth how the system works. EVO versus multiplayer 1 balance. Multiplayer in Asphalt Legends is supposed to be balanced by rank. Two cars at the same rank should theoretically have equal performance, right? Wrong. EVO tuning breaks that concept completely. Even before EVO tuning existed, the car rank system in this game wasn't perfect. Some cars had higher ranks than their actual performance, while others were ranked lower. Because of that, multiplayer matchmaking always had issues. After EVO tuning was introduced, this problem became even more noticeable. You can have two same cars at the fully max rank, but if one is EVO tuned, it will launch faster. It will recover quicker after drifts or collisions. It will maintain higher speed per lap. And that's just the basics. In competitive multiplayer, even a small advantage turns into a massive edge over multiple races. This is why we see the same EVO-tuned cars dominating multiplayer seasons over and over. Not because they require more skill, not because they're more fun, but simply because EVO tuning makes them mechanically superior. The Ferrari SF90 Stradale problem. We've already seen this car get nerfed recently, but it was a very minor nerf. Here's where things get really serious. Let's talk about the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. It's an S-Class car with EVO tuning options. It becomes available from Platinum 3, which is relatively early in multiplayer progression. This means players who max the SF90 can start dominating their league before most other S-Class cars are even available. Free-to-play players often can't compete because their cars either don't have EVO tuning or aren't fully maxed. Other top-tier cars like Ultima RS or McLaren Speedtail only become available after Platinum 2, which is much later. By then, SF90 users already have a massive head start. The result? You'll see SF90 users spamming wins in leagues, crushing free-to-play users who don't have EVO-equipped cars. It's like the game is rewarding who owns the right car first rather than who drives better. And this isn't limited to the SF90. All EVO-capable cars are locked behind full maxing, which many free-to-play players cannot achieve due to lack of resources. Also, lower-tier and most common cars in each league don't receive EVO tuning, which further amplifies the imbalance. Put simply, EVO tuning feels great when you have it, but incredibly unfair when others do. Skill versus EVO. Here's the harsh truth. Skill still matters, but EVO matters more. A free-to-play player in a non-EVO car can win a race sometimes, yes, But over a full season, EVO-tuned cars win more consistently. They climb leagues faster. They dominate leaderboard positions. The long-term effect? Frustration, stagnant metas, and declining motivation for casual or new players. The game shifts from who drives best to who owns the right car. Why the community is frustrated. Many players have voiced concerns. EVO tuning ruined multiplayer balance. The meta is now too narrow. Only a few EVO cars matter. Entry cost to stay competitive has skyrocketed. EVO tuning isn't inherently bad. The concept of customization, tuning decisions, and weight choices is solid. The issue is how it's gated. Limited cars, full maxing required, and resource-heavy access. This naturally favors pay-to-play players or extremely dedicated grinders. Realistic solutions. Let's talk solutions that could actually fix this without removing EVO tuning completely. Separate EVO and non-EVO lobbies. EVO cars race against EVO cars. Non-EVO cars race separately. Fair, simple, and preserves customization. EVO activation only in higher leagues. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. EVO disabled. Legend League, EVO enabled. Protects new and mid-tier players while keeping endgame competition intact. Expand EVO access. More cars across classes should get EVO support. Prevents monopoly metas dominated by only a few EVO cars. Normalize EVO impact in multiplayer. Scale down EVO performance in multiplayer. Keep full EVO bonuses in events or career modes. Preserves tuning depth without breaking competitive balance. Remember, these realistic solutions are absolutely my own perspective. There may be other good and realistic solutions in your view as well. Don't forget to share them in the comments. The key takeaway, EVO tuning doesn't need to be removed, but it shouldn't decide races before they even start. Final thoughts. Let's get real. EVO tuning has changed Asphalt Legends multiplayer and gauntlet mode dramatically. It amplifies pay-to-win, narrows the meta, and creates a mechanical advantage that overshadows raw driving skill. S-Class EVO cars, like the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, make this problem painfully obvious, giving early access players a huge head start over casual and free-to-play users. EVO tuning is a brilliant idea in theory, but the barriers to entry, full maxing, resource requirements, and limited car selection make it a power gatekeeper. Multiplayer is supposed to be competitive, fun, and skill-driven. Right now, it often rewards investment over expertise, which is why we see frustration in the community. If Gameloft wants multiplayer to stay healthy, they need smart adjustments like separate lobbies or even separate EVO multiplayer league, scaled EVO stats, or broader access to EVO tuning. Until then, the gap between pay-to-play players and free-to-play users will continue to widen, and new players will keep asking themselves, why bother racing if I can't catch up? EVO tuning is not inherently evil, but as it stands, it has become a multiplayer dominance tool, not a skill enhancer. And until that changes, casual and free-to-play players will continue to feel like they're fighting uphill in every single league. That's all for today's deep dive into EVO tuning in Asphalt Legends. Remember, the game is amazing, the cars are insane, but balance is key. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want more high-level multiplayer analysis. See you on the track.